Everyone, Amber is here, and today we're starting off a new series, a deep dive into the EXE world. And the first one I wanted to cover is one of my personal favorites, Clocko, or Childhood is Past, both are technically his name. So let's quickly summarize what the video has to show, though I still do recommend that you watch it. It is really cool. I promise you will not regret watching it. Anyways, at first, he takes Sebastian into his memories from when he was happy, his childhood, but accidentally makes him late to work, where he finds out that he needs money for his mother's medicine. But Clocko insists on taking him back to his memories as a break. Then he starts to look more scary, Clocko does. But things start taking a dark turn as we figure out in the time he was away in his memories, his mother had died. But he goes back to his memories anyway, and everything in them starts to look more scary and distorted. Eventually, Clocko turns into this terrifying shadow figure, which is Childhood is Past, tormenting him with the face and voice of his dead mother. That's just a quick summary, though. Still, please go check out the video. Please and thank you. So, what is Clocko? He calls himself your best friend, says he's there to give you a break. But of course, it's clear that's just a lie, by what he does to Sebastian. So, what is he? Well, I think he's the embodiment of addiction. He hurts to have, and Sebastian knows that. But he keeps going back. In fact, it's best said by Clocko himself.
Please, Sebastian, don't get upset with me. After all, it was you who made the decision to come back, wasn't it?
No matter how much harm is done, he'll always come back. I believe the ending means overdose. He can see his dead mother as he joins her, in a weird sense. Clocko changing more and more into a monster represents Sebastian noticing the flaws in the drugs, the euphoric state that he first has when he's first taking the drug. And that's just what normal Clocko is. He's just the euphoric state of the drug. Normal Clocko is the advertising, and Sebastian receiving exactly what he was told he would, a state of pure euphoria, the break. As he grows more monstrous, it shows his need to consume more of the drug, leading to Childhood's Past, aka overdose. In fact, if you go to the wiki, you'll see a picture of Clocko in the mirror, and Sebastian standing behind him. In that picture, you can see little bottles with smiley faces on them. The drugs. In fact, they do look like pill bottles. Another good piece of evidence towards Clocko being the embodiment of addiction is him just simply saying,
I am someone of my word. I will never leave you.
In that statement, it holds a similar effect to that of an addictive drug. The stage where Sebastian sees the wrong in the drugs, but he can't just leave them, he's addicted. When Sebastian is taken back to his memories again, we can hear faint sobbing. Once again, going back to the wiki, it mentions Bubsy is Clocko's least favorite vessel. So Clocko has more than one vessel. But what does that mean? Well, Clocko appears different to other people, just as drugs work differently on other people. I believe it is because he wants them at ease, at least at first. He wants to convince them to keep coming back by being something that you knew from childhood, since Sonic and Bubsy are both video game characters. It's best mentioned, Clocko is Classic Gen Sonic. Classic Sonic was first released in 1991, and Bubsy was released in 1995. Like I mentioned, older video game characters. To be specific, older children's video game characters. They take you back to your past as a character from your childhood game, make you trust them more, feeling almost instantly connected, since to you, Clocko is just Sonic or Bubsy or whatever, using a vessel of your beloved childhood game character to put you at ease and make you trust him. Like I mentioned before, he has many forms, each presenting a new stage of the drug, going from cute classic Sonic to a more modern-looking Sonic, to an uncanny monster looking like Sonic, to basically a shadow beast, now with little resemblance to Sonic. He can be Tails in Amy too, seen as Cuckoo Tails or Hourglass Amy, so it's safe to assume he takes the form of specifically your favorite character, not just the main one from your childhood game. Sebastian has a personal blog on a Sonic forum, once again showing his long-lasting attachment to the franchise. His job at a clock factory is described as horrible, a stressor in his life that could push him to do something stupid, such as take drugs as a means of escape. He has a lack of sleep, another stressor, and it makes it hard for him to do his job, getting him scolded by his boss. More stressors. Needing the money for his mother's medicine just wasn't enough stress for him, I guess. He can barely afford his own basic needs, though, and it's been that way for years. He's constantly reminiscing, remembering how simple things used to be. He's going to make dinner and sees Clocko in the mirror. He just assumes he's going crazy due to a lack of sleep. When Clocko speaks, he offers to let Sebastian relive the past. Of course, he agrees. If someone gave you an option to relieve all that stress, wouldn't you take it? Which is often a mentality drug addicts have, to reason with their own addiction and excuse it. He'd be willing to do anything to get back to his childhood, anything to escape his stressful life, the same mentality that pushes people into taking drugs. The memory he's taken back to is on Christmas Day, when he received a Sega Genesis, the very first console that the first Sonic the Hedgehog game was released on. Clocko is very good at being convincing in the beginning, convincing him to keep coming back. The way he speaks to Sebastian holds tones of genuine care and concern.
I know how much you need to get the money for your mother's medicine, but a tired and stressed mind shouldn't go outside. You might collapse. I don't want that for you. Please don't cry anymore. You deserve a break. A little break from this anguish won't hurt you, right?
Though, as he grows more monstrous, he gets less convincing. He even sounds completely cruel and remorseless for the accidents he caused, making it quite clear they weren't accidents.
I'm so sorry, Sebastian. I had no idea that in the time you went to your memories, your mother would die from not being able to get her medicine.
As if he knows he'll keep coming back. Because he did. It's not like he could run away. Clocko is everywhere.
I am in everything that reflects.
So many things in our lives reflect. Windows, water, and even the screen you're currently watching this video on. It would be nearly impossible to fully escape and still live a normal life. Clocko mentions this himself, that Sebastian chose to come back. But it wasn't really a choice. It clearly isn't. He's in everything that reflects. Sebastian had no way out. Yet at the same time, he did choosing to continue to look into the clock, to go back. No matter what Clocko says or does, he keeps going back. An addiction. No matter what bad things happen to him, he keeps going. And that's all I have for today, so if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Commenting and liking the video helps to support me, and I love you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See you next time!